Welcome to Star Lane. This is a station on the DLR line up to Stratford International and to Woolwich Arsenal via London City Airport. And it's right next to the Jubilee line tracks which run express here.
Railway service for the information.
And they run express between Canning Town and Stratford, and it's obviously faster to take the Jubilee line between the two stations. You'd only take the DLR if you wanted to get off at any of these minor stations between Canning Town and Stratford. You can see the buildings of Canary Wharf, as well as the ropes of the O2 in the distance, as well as these apartments of Canning Town.
The next train at platform 2 is for Stratford International.
CCTV is in operation on all DLR stations and trains for your security and protection. Customers are also see it, say it, sort it.
This station opened in 2011, and this track bed was actually part of the former section of the North London line from Stratford to North Woolwich, and that closed in 2006 to make way for this extension up to Stratford International, in time for the Olympics. And services generally run every 10 minutes on this line, but it varies.
The next train at platform 2 is for Stratford International. Via London City Airport.
To keep operators some information, CCTV is in operation on all DLR stations and trains.
Your journey tfl.gov.uk. DLR apologise for any inconvenience and disruption this may cause to your journeys.
Okay, this is the footbridge. There are no gates here. It makes it very easy to ferry evade across. And there are ticket machines. I don't like these machines though. They're very 80s-esque. There are oyster validators. And from the footbridge you can get a nice view of the track bed below. This way is towards Stratford, by the way. And this way is towards Canning Town. And you'll notice that there's a pattern on the footbridge, which I'm not sure what this pattern is, but it's like a combination of these like letters or something. I'm not sure, but notice that they're on a different color on this wall. So on this wall it's green, and on that wall it's red. Yeah, it turns out there are two ways to exit the station. One via this footbridge, and the other via that one. That's for Stevenson Street and the Lost Property Offices. And here's the PID. It's quite hard to see. And there's a lift here as well. No, we got an old zonal map. But it does have the Elizabeth line on it, so that's good. The track for the Jubilee line is quite bumpy here because, I mean, you can feel it for yourself on the train. The train carriage shakes so much, and like if you like have like nausea or anything, it's very easy to vomit on the train. Or really diarrhea, but don't ever say that on the tube. Yeah, those footsteps are the people running for this train. I mean, it is an inconvenience. Like when a train comes and if you see it, you have to immediately run. Wow, the DLR high up on the elevated platforms at Canning Town. When you're viewing it from here, it's just remarkable. And we're standing on the ex-North London Line platforms. These platforms right here opened in 2011 on the extension to Stratford International. Those platforms are the original ones, I think from 1987. Wait, no, 1994, I think. And that's a train for Beckton. And I mean, Canning Town is the most confusing station on the Docklands Light Railway. And so I'll clarify why that is. And just in the distance behind the footbridge is the IFS cable car. And some new TODs are started to spring up around the station. Like the one right here with a brand new fizzy area. By the way, I live in a fizzy apartment. Anyways, and some new development will spring up behind the station on that side, which is an area known as the Limerick Peninsula, and it's actually was a construction site for the Elizabeth line. Okay, we're here at Canning Town Station. This is, I think, the most confusing DLR station. And you have a set of upper platforms up there, and a set of these platforms here for the North London line, and those platforms up there for the Jubilee line, where that crowd is. And trains to Beckton and Woolwich can leave from two different platforms. This one and this one. Both of these platforms, actually. And make sure you look at a few of these departure screens which are scattered around the station. And speaking of, here's a train for Woolwich, which has come from Bank. And, oh my god, what is the status of the Jubilee line right now? I mean, I looked, and there are severe delays on the line currently. And you can see the screens are not showing the time. And so the passengers have no idea what is going on right now. But I have looked, and it's because of a faulty train at Westminster. God, this announcement, if you see something, appears everywhere. Everywhere at inconsistent times. He's saying Anvil sorted as well, that's new. But for now I think only the DLR is running. Okay, so the high-level platforms are trains which go to and from the city, and the reason why that there's a Beckton and Woolwich on those platforms and a Beckton Woolwich on these ones is because you need to evenly serve the DLR from Woolwich to two different destinations. So these ones serve Woolwich trains towards Stratford, and those ones serve Woolwich trains towards the city. And finally, there's a Jubilee line train. After all this time, it's been like 20 hours since the previous one. And finally, there's one westbound. After all this time again. I suspect pickpockets are inside. Pickpocketers are inside. It's literally impossible to get on this train without feeling safe. This train will then go into the tunnels and under the Thames, with its next stop being North Greenwich.
DLR service information, up to and including Sunday the 3rd of November. It's currently reduced service operating on the time.
And you can get this weird combo of a tube train on a lower level and a DLR train above it, and it's remarkable. I think this is the only place where you can view this. And by the way, Beckton trains do terminate at Canning Town on this platform. that's for Beckton. There is a bus station here behind this retaining wall. And it serves like, I think 15 bus
Doctor
routes.
Scott Railway customer information. There is
More about a DLR service to Woolwich via London City Airport. And this is the part where the DLR is at its highest above ground level. Tower Gateway is where it's highest above sea level, and Bank is the deepest part of the DLR. And you got all industrial towers. They need to go, honestly. And after all, the land around that building is actually vacant, meaning they can construct new developments or new offices on that. This building, the one where it has Millennium Mills, that needs to go.
Woolwich Arsenal via London City Airport. The next stop is Pontoon Dock.
This is the highest station on the DLR, above ground level.
This is Pontoon Dock.
Next stop is London City Airport. Not many flights land during the weekends. It's a travel option. You always see we're entering an airport area. You can see airplanes around. And you can also see the Beckton branch, the DLR over there. That's cool.
This train is for Woolwich Arsenal. The next stop is London City Airport.
We're approaching the Grand London City Airport station. It seems shopping. That's the airport terminal. This. Welcome to London City Airport. The 6th... You gotta be kidding me.
To include Sunday the 3rd of November. There's currently reduced service operating on the DLR network. Trains are running less frequently at different times, and your journey may take longer than usual. This is due to construction work taking place at Beckton Depot to provide additional power tracks and maintenance facilities for the new DLR trains. Please check before you travel and plan your journey at tfl.gov.uk. DLR apologise for any inconvenience and disruption this may cause to your journeys.
Yeah, anyways, apologies for that. Welcome to London City Airport, the 6th airport in the London airport system. And this building here is the airport terminal. And not many flights land generally on a Saturday afternoon. And by the way, this is
next train at platform 2 is for Bank.
And trains here head to either Bank or Stratford International, so they use two different platforms at Canning Town. I'll explain more about the airport side later.
Is for Woolwich Arsenal via London City Airport.
Well, they don't need to say London City Airport anymore. We're already at London City Airport anyway. And the station is elevated, and this is at the highest part of the DLR above ground level. You know, as it's an airport station, there are lifts here, but these lifts, I think, are the worst than airport station. And British Airways is the main airline here, and they operate a few regional flights around the UK, as well as some to other European countries. And actually, there used to be one rather famous flight known as British Airways Flight 1, and that's the flight number Concorde used back in the day. And then when the Concorde was retired, the British Airways used their singular A318 to operate a London to New York service via Shannon, which is pretty cool. Because Shannon is basically the nearest airport to the United States, and it needs to have that fuel to be able to make it across the Atlantic against the jet stream. And anyway, here are the validators and the ticket machines. But sadly, that service has now been axed. And in order to get to New York, you have to use either British Airways or Virgin Atlantic from Heathrow instead. And there's the entrance towards the airport with a few check-in facilities. The Elizabeth line means faster and free. Speaking of the Elizabeth line actually passes like quite close to here. It is just behind these houses and right next to this power plant. And sadly they don't have a station yet to serve London City Airport, but future proposals may have a station for the Elizabeth line. And what I propose is to have a Jubilee line interchange and create a triangle transfer model. Anyway, so my proposal is that I want the Jubilee line to actually serve London City Airport and create a triangle transfer model. Because normally when you have to go into central London, or possibly the South Bank, you'd have to go to Canning Town and change onto the Jubilee line there, but that might be an inconvenience. So what I want to do is have the Jubilee line form a branch from North Greenwich and head over towards Thamesmead and possibly even all the way towards Ebbsfleet as well, to have like a new resort or some waterfront developments around the area. and the proposal is actually quite easy to build at the start at North Greenwich because it has 3 platforms. And the airport can take you to several destinations around London, including Stratford, as well as the City of London at Bank. But don't ever do that. Just take the Jubilee line from Canning Town, change there. And actually in the secrets of the DLR, they mentioned that it was the only DLR station to have a ticket office, and it was closed. Now it's been replaced by this information center, which is not used at all.
DLR service information. Up to.
Okay, this is the entrance into the airport, and as you can tell, it is pretty quiet here. Stood in a tunnel under the Thames from Woolwich. Buses do come here. As you can tell, the airport is just so small, and don't ever get a flight here. And this is the bridge that the DLR uses, and it used to be the terminus until actually King George V used to be the terminus until 2009, when it was extended in a tunnel under the Thames to Woolwich. And buses do come here. As you can tell, the airport is just so small, and don't ever get a flight here. So here is the main entrance to London City Airport. And there is an advertisement showing how to take the DLR into central London.
This is London City Airport.
Yeah, it looks so abandoned.
Woolwich Arsenal. The next stop is King George V.
Next stop is Woolwich Arsenal. And the extension opened in 2009. Before this was the terminus. Until Arsenal is extended under the Thames, only one stop, but I actually want this to extend to New Eltham via Eltham.
The next stop is Woolwich Arsenal, where this train terminates.
Like actually to provide through service north-south through the Dartford Loop lines. Now we're going underground, under the Thames.
The next stop is Woolwich Arsenal, where this train will terminate. All change for the Elizabeth Line, river services, National Rail and local bus services.
Yeah, it is quite a massive transport hub, Woolwich, especially at the opening of the Elizabeth Line. But we're not going there at the moment. I'm going to take a bus through to Thamesmead. This is the modern station of Woolwich Arsenal. And actually, Arsenal on the Piccadilly line is named after here. Welcome to Woolwich. Yeah, and Woolwich Arsenal serves DLR trains for Bank as well as Stratford International via London City Airport. And here's a map, I'll show you what I mean. Got London City Airport here, Canning Town, you can change for the Jubilee line, and then it splits into two, with one to Stratford International, and the other for the City of London, Bank. You can change for the tube lines. So it is incredibly useful if you're going from London City Airport to the city centre. Or otherwise, for a quicker way, change at Canning Town onto the Jubilee line instead. Man, that is dangerous. Welcome to Woolwich Arsenal, the terminus of one of the branches of the Docklands Light Railway from Stratford International and the City of London. And if you look on the map right here, you can see Woolwich Elizabeth Line is completely separate from Woolwich Arsenal, but it is considered as a part of the Woolwich Transport Complex. So next I'll be taking a bus over to the largest area in London not served by a railway line, Thamesmead, which is around here in Zone 4. Yeah, and by the way, this part of the DLR at Woolwich Arsenal is the only bit of the DLR to be in Zone 4, if you don't know. But I actually want this branch to extend to New Eltham, which is not shown on this map. that way is to the National Rail platforms, and this way is the exit of the DLR station. Yeah, here for the Elizabeth line. Please walk towards the main road and cross over. Woolwich Station is on number 1 Street near M&S. Here's the exterior of Woolwich Arsenal DLR station, and this can also be used for the National Rail station. So we're here at Woolwich Arsenal, and right there is the DLR concourse, and below that are the DLR platforms. But over here is this footbridge and the National Rail station of Woolwich Arsenal. This is so cool. And I'm going to be taking a National Rail train back towards central London to finish the video. Okay. Okay, I have to look for my...
1529 Southeastern services up Cannon Street.
Cannon Street, that's not mine.